The Android 12 hype on this channel is getting better as we approach to the expected release date of October 4th, but as with every new operating system, there are things that I consider as good or bad changes, and I will present them to you in this video. Yes, because I know that you care a lot about my opinion. Hello world, Bytes here. The way this video is going to be organized is like this. I will tell you one thing I like, one that I dislike, one that I like, and so on. They are sorted by importance. Remember that this is just my opinion, you do not have to agree with me. In case that you are going to comment, please do it with respect. Let's begin. First good thing, drag and drop from recent menu. Beta 3 introduced a very handy feature, available when you invoke the recent menu to see all your opened apps. This feature displays a link or image floating button that can be dragged to the bottom to share them quickly. There is another way of doing this, and it is just by clicking on the button that'll show a preview of the link, along with a menu with the copy and share options. I've only seen this work in certain apps like Chrome and YouTube, so maybe other apps like Firefox will have to implement this. It is one of those features I didn't know I needed. First bad thing, long press up menu. Let's start the bad things list with a very minor and subjective one, as this one is heavily based on my opinion, but this new long press menu just does not look good to me. The one that Android 11 had was really good, but this one just has too much wasted space, creating a separate item for the widgets, leaving the information icon by itself with a lot of blank space that could be filled up with a remove or uninstall icon, but they did not add it. The rounded items make it look like if every one of them did not really have a relation with the other ones. A better approach to this menu can be seen when you long press on any blank space on your home screen. I hope they changed this for Android 12.1, as it hurts to me, but to be honest, I do not think they will. Second good thing, privacy and security improvements. Improvements of this type coming from Google are always appreciated, mostly because we already know what their business model is like, and Android 12 does not disappoint here. A new section for the settings was introduced called the Privacy Dashboard. This one lets you see the permissions that were used the most the last 24 hours, as well as a permission history. All of this is very user-friendly, displaying the data with charts and a timeline UI. Another privacy change that was pretty much stolen from iOS are the alerts whenever an app copies from your clipboard, and the indicators for the microphone and camera that are shown whenever one of these permissions is being used. But Google went further, and it allows you now to disable the access of these sensors with their respective quick tiles. So if you're a paranoid like me and are afraid that someone is watching you while you use your phone, this is for you. When sharing your location, you get an option for sharing an approximate one, and there are a couple of other minor improvements, but I am not going to talk about them to avoid extending the length of this video. Second bad thing, the power menu. In Android 11, the power menu was invoked by holding the power button. The next thing you saw was a screen with a menu that had all the power options, along with some Google Pay and smart home devices shortcuts. All of this is now gone, replaced with a more simple, centered power options dialog, but it has nothing more. The device control and wallet menus are now accessed with dedicated quick tiles, but it is not as direct as it used to be. Third good thing, game dashboard. I was not expecting this to be added in this version, but it's here to please mobile gamers. To enable it, you have to go to the settings page, notifications, do not disturb, schedules, check the gaming item and tap on the settings icon for it. Toggle the game dashboard and you're good to go. Whenever you launch a game, the system will show a floating pop-up with some actions like taking a screenshot and displaying your frames per second. Finally, you can customize it to add more actions like screen recording and shortcuts for Do Not Disturb and YouTube live streaming. There are also options for optimizing your game, with 3 different performance profiles: Performance, Standard, and Battery Saver. Very self-explanatory. Third bad thing, no option for changing fonts nor icons. With Android 12's redesign, some things had to be changed, and the new Wallpapers app that we have removed the features for changing our font and icon shape in favor of the dynamic theming and themed icons. To be honest, I do not think that they really had to remove them. Maybe the fonts broke some things, but the icon shapes are there and work fine if you use another launcher, so there shouldn't be any excuse. I like the themed icons a lot, but Google could have kept those old options for customizing. Fourth good thing, universal search. This reminds me a lot of the Windows 10 search menu that is able to look not only for apps but also for settings, some other shortcuts, and searching the web. Not all apps take full advantage of it yet because, well, the OS is not even out, but you could expect more applications supporting this feature. As a plus, the Pixel Launcher gets a preference for always showing the keyboard automatically when swiping up to see the launcher, providing a more straightforward way of looking for your apps. Fourth bad thing, forced splash screens. Android 12 introduces a new API for splash screens that makes it easier for developers to include animations and other things for them. As a developer, I like this because implementing a splash screen before was kind of tricky. The issue that I have now is that all apps are forced to have a splash screen, even if it is not animated. This makes the process of opening an application a little more tedious, because you have to wait some seconds more before the splash screen ends, and then your app loads. If I compare Android 11 with Android 12 on this aspect, you can see how Android 11 loads apps faster because they do not have a splash screen. What do you prefer, a splash screen or faster loading? Let me know in the comment section. Best thing, Material You. Yes, some of you knew this was going to be the best thing introduced on the upcoming version of Android. Material You is the successor of Material Design, Google's design language introduced back in 2014 in response of the increasing demand of not only mobile phones, but also some other devices like tablets and smartwatches. The new design language focuses more on color and shape instead of shadow, trying to be more playful and less monotone, giving more freedom to the user to change their entire application's look when they change their wallpaper. For me, this is one of the best, if not the best design language I've seen. Yes, it has its faults, but there is not a perfect design language, and it is enough for me to get hyped. Worst thing, Material You's dynamic theming is Pixel exclusive. If you were expecting to be able to install the new version of the system, set a wallpaper, and seeing how all the colors change, I got bad news for you, as the dynamic theming feature seems to be exclusive for the Pixel phones, or at least for now. An article from XDA developers claims that most likely this will be the case, with Google keeping the feature exclusive to Xpixels until a rumored Android 12.1 comes out that would feature improved support for foldables, a new wallpaper, and the public release of the theming system. If this turns out to be true, it would be a little disappointing, to be honest. But I think this could be true, as I tried to test the Monet theming system on an emulator and it didn't work. Even when I installed the Pixel phone's new wallpaper app, the option was not there, but let's hope I am wrong. This was all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to invite you to watch some other videos I'd made about Android 12 with the code that you are seeing right now, or install my open source free note-taking app called Graphobook. The link is in the description below. Goodbye world, see you in the next one.